On a love like this. There it is. I've never found a love like this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV Thursday, and it is opposition preview day. And I am joined to my right by Gav, a Tottenham fan who come on the show this time. It was last year, I think, and he was talking about Spurs, and he's back again. Gav, how are you doing, man?
I'm good, thanks. You all right?
I'm good, mate. I'm very good. Gav, West Ham, Tottenham, West Ham. We meet again. What is your thoughts in regards of this game coming up?
Well, obviously, we know we can't lose to you no matter what. So, because we never hear the end of it. So it's one of them games, and also the position you're in, we need to win. Like I can't look past it and say if we slip up against you, I know it's a derby, anything can happen. But after Leicester last week at Milan, we need a bounce back. So, and what about for you lot? What are you expecting?
We do love playing you lot, and especially when we win, because we, as you say, we don't let you forget it. So, but let's get into sort of your side of things in regards to Tottenham, and let's go. Will Spurs get top four? Spurs, I've got to admit, as an outside fan, they're the most inconsistent team I've ever seen this season. One minute they go and beat Man City, they play pretty well, deserve the game, in my opinion. And then they go and get absolutely obliterated by Leicester the following week. What are you saying, Gav?
Well, the thing is, my heart, obviously, I think we'll get top four, but my head, I don't think so. The thing is, we've got people, a lot of fans are blaming Levy out. I'm not on that bandwagon. Like, I understand, in years he has held the club back because he didn't want to sign. But we've signed a lot of players lately. Like, we've got a big enough squad now. So we need to start. Like, Richarlison hasn't started in 8. Like, he always comes on with 5 minutes, 50. It's not enough. So we've got a big enough squad. Okay, we've got Bentancur out for that season, but I think we've got enough in us to get top four. Newcastle playing well, but I think they're going to fall off. It's like consistency is key in this league, and it's hard to stay up there. So I think obviously Arsenal, Man City, Man U, and I think we can scrape that last one.
I think Chelsea and Liverpool's demise is Tottenham's gain, really. I think if they start kicking into gear, I think there maybe it's going to be a push. I think you've got the cushion to get this done. Do you know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. And also, this season, I don't think Spurs have played that good. There's not one game I'd say, oh yeah, we're amazing, and we can't get any worse. We have to kick on for the second half of the season. So I hope top four. Like I said, it's between us and Newcastle. Like you said, Liverpool and Chelsea. It might be a bit too much of a like Liverpool would have to go on an amazing run now to the end of the season, and Chelsea, and have they got it? So I think where we are now. Obviously, I'll take fifth. If someone says you're going to be fifth with 23 games gone, you'll take that. So
I know
you know what I mean. And we're not that far from Man U or Man City. I'm not looking like we're going to catch him, but we're not. You know what I mean? No one's had an amazing season yet so far. So, but I think we should get top four.
Listen, I think you will do. I think it will sort of filter out. I think Liverpool and Chelsea have done too much damage in the beginning part of the season. And basically, I think you will scrape fourth. I think it'll be. I think Man City will finish top. I think Arsenal finish second. I think United will finish third. And I think you will finish fourth. I really do. And I just don't see it any other way. I'm going to move on though, Gav, to this.
Yeah.
Is it a perfect game for both Tottenham and West Ham? Right now, I'm going to say this. I think it's a perfect game for us, right? Because we have not been on form. We played Chelsea last week in a London derby, and then we've got another London derby the following week. We never played well at York. That's one thing I will say. We've only ever played there well once, and that was when the 3-0 happened a few years ago. But other than that, I do think this is a good game for West Ham to sort of come into. It's the best time to play Spurs because of the run of form they're on, from my aspect. But also, I think it's a good game for Tottenham and all to bounce back if they want to try and put one up us, sort of thing. What are you saying on this, Gav?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like a West Ham fixture, like when you think Spurs West Ham, you're not going to think, two teams are going to defend or go for a draw. We always want to win, which is good. So you will attack us, which we don't mind playing against teams like that. It's the teams that sit back, just defend. We can't break them down. So it'll be a good game. And yeah, this is probably the best time to play you lot, because after last week, Leicester, we can't get any worse than that. And if the players aren't up for a derby, because the fans are going to be up for it, so we need to be up for it too. So I think this is a perfect time to play. I'm looking forward to it.
What went wrong at Leicester for to go from Manchester City at home winning to Leicester away and getting hammered?
We made a few changes. Tanganga come into that back three. That system you play, you kind of need to know the system. He played with Porro as right wing back. Tanganga right centre back, Porro right wing back. Porro's new. Okay, you might have been playing that formation for Sporting Lisbon. You've come into a different team and you're next to Tanganga, who's hardly played all season. So that side was just a mess. The defence, Dyer was awful. Well, he's suspended for Sunday, but we were just all over the place. And every time Leicester attacked, they looked like they was going to score. And what we should have done is we should have got, you know what? Let's just defend or change. The thing is, I always say we need to change the formation sometimes, but Conte sticks with his same old wing-back system. So Leicester just, ripped us apart, and then our heads just went. And then when Bentancur went off, that was it. It was like, game done. And Son, they'll probably score the weekend now, but he's been all, you know what I mean?
He loves to go against us. Fucking hell. I don't have to say it.
And even Forster, the keeper, like every shot that went, but we had to get down to, he couldn't get to. And we just weren't at it. And even
I'm going to ask you something, Gav. I'm going to ask you something. Don't the system he plays, because he plays this religious 3-4-3 system, right? What is your thoughts on it? Because David Moyes, I'm going to speak from West Ham point of view. David Moyes started adapting to that system, and I don't like it because it's the lack of attacking threat that I'm seeing. It's okay having the possession, but there's no oomph. What you're saying, mate?
It only works with the right players, and this is what I've been saying. It's like Conte's. This is start everyone, and you've got fans that go, "Oh, but he won with Chelsea, won with Juventus, won with Inter." They had world-class players that worked the system. He's come to Spurs. We don't even have a good right wing back. We tried Doherty. We tried Emerson. Spence, I don't know. It's like he's on work experience with us. I don't know what he's doing here. But Porro is coming now. And the other side, we've got Sessegnon and Perisic. It's just not working with this wing-back formation. It's too defensive. There's not enough attacking creativity. We rely on Kane too much. So I'm not a fan of it. I know it's his tried and trusted formation, but switch it up. You know what I mean? That's me personally. There's fans I know, obviously I'm a season ticket holder. They're bored of watching the style of play. And it's not fun. But will he change it? No. So, you know what I mean? It's what we've got to get used to. But to me, I would like to see good football. And I don't think that he doesn't have the players for the formation. So why use it? Same way you wouldn't take Pep wouldn't take over Burnley and try to play passing football. You know what I mean? You stick to the players what you've got. So you know how it is. But this is Conte's style, and it's going to stay. But I'm not a fan of it.
I actually agree, mate. Like, from a West Ham point of view, David Moyes has started to play this system. I had this argument with the lads, especially Mitchell, on this channel about the system. Some lads are okay with it. I'm literally totally against the idea. I look at it, I see the word possession-based football, and it irritates the life out of me because if you're not got the right, don't win your games. Like, goals win games at the end of the day. And if your attackers ain't on it, then we've got a problem. Like, because we need 3 points and not 1 point every game. Do you know what I'm saying? But I do agree, because obviously Conte's played that system for a long time. And he's literally stuck with that system with Spurs. For however long he's been at Spurs for, every time he's played West Ham, he's always gone with that sort of system. He's never really changed, ever, really, if I'm being honest. So, listen, I hear you, mate. I do. I cannot stand that system, but we will move on to Gav's a Spurs 11. Gav, give us your 11 for Sunday.
On Sunday, obviously, Forster will go and goal. I think Porro will start. I've just got a feeling he's going to start. He's going to start, obviously, Romero. Dyer suspended, so I think Tanganga will probably come in again, which is yeah, Lenglet, and then he's going to go for Perisic's left wing back. Then Højbjerg's back, so I think he's going to go with him or Sarr in the midfield, or he might go with Højbjerg and Skip. But I think he would probably go with Sarr, and then Kulusevski, Kane, and Son. But I do want to see Richarlison start now, so he will go back to his wing backs.
What's your weak points in that 11? The 11 that you
defense, sort of... the defense is even the midfield. Because when you play that system, you only have 2 centre mids. And Højbjerg good off the ball. Sometimes on the ball, he's not amazing. So we're going to miss Bentancur because he keeps it ticking in there. Sarr's looked okay when he's come in, but you know what I mean? It's looking good in a few games. Like even Milan, he played well, but it's just, you know what I mean? You've got to keep it up and let's see if he gets a chance. But I think our defense, it can get, like you've seen, we leak goals left, right, and centre. Well, not you know what? It's not even leak goals. It's we make a lot of mistakes because we did go before. What game was it? We did go. We had 4 clean sheets in a row before. Was it Leicester in the league? Because we beat Man City 1-0. We beat Fulham. You know what I mean? We did have a few good clean sheets, but we can concede goals just like that. Like from anything, a goal goes in. So I think the defense are a weak spot, and even the midfield. Going forward, we've got enough attack, but yeah, definitely the defense for me.
What about Lloris? I'm going to ask you about Lloris because he's very polarizing. Like I've got a lot of Spurs mates, and some Spurs fans are very sort of like, he's got to go. He's no good. He's had his day. Some people are like, you've got to stick with him because he's still a decent goalkeeper for like what they can go and get right now. Yeah. Where do you land on
with Lloris? He's been an amazing servant for us. Wouldn't say a bad word about him. His contract's up at the end of the season. I think it's time we need someone new now. You know what I mean? He has made a few mistakes, and he's got, what is he, 36 now? So he's at that age. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to let him go. But if he was fit, I'd play him Sunday. I'd still play him to the end of the season because I don't think Forster's better than him. But I do think next season, we need to look for a new keeper. So, yeah, he has cost us a few goals, but then he saved us many. So I'm not going to, you know what I mean? I'm not going to criticize him, ridicule him when he saved us plenty of time. But I think end of the season, he needs to go. Move on.
That's fair enough, mate. Let's move on to final bit of the stream. And it's this. Predictions, Gav. What are you saying for Sunday?
Well, at home, after Leicester, we didn't play that bad in Milan, so I think we should win. I'm going for 3-1, 2-1 to us. That's my predictions. Not saying that you lot are walking apart, but I just think you lot are not hit nowhere near how you was last year. I know you against Chelsea you played all right, but you was at home, and Chelsea's a hard one to judge because they've not been playing well this season. And you lot have picked up a few points, but where you lot in the league? The league doesn't lie. You know what I mean? You can't be down there and say you've been playing good. You know what I'm trying to say?
We haven't been playing good, mate. Listen, I can openly say that. Like, what we're doing at the minute, I think this game's perfect for West Ham. One thing I will say, so if we're going to make a statement of like returning to form, so to speak, this is the one. Like,
you have nothing to lose. You just got to, because people think you're going to lose anyway, so you might as well just go at us and get a result. Yeah,
I think we're going to draw this game. If you want me to be honest, I think we're going to set up in a way to slow Spurs down, and I just don't think we've got enough attacking prowess to win the game. I'll be quite shocked if West Ham, and I've said this on the last 3 streams I've done, Newcastle away, Chelsea at home, and I'm saying it again on this one. I just look at West Ham at the minute. I think we're defensively all right. I think we've got some good players in there. If Aguerd's back fit, I think we're all right. I think going forward, we're a bit of a hit and miss merchant. So we just never know what we're going to get. And I just don't think we're going to change against Spurs, even though that defence that you mentioned looks very disjointed. Like it's a bit all over the place. Do you know what I mean?
Totally agree.
One thing I will say is that if we do start scoring, it's going to be a bloody good game because you've got 3 good attackers and then we've got 3 good attackers. But I'm going to go. I fancy the draw again against you. I really do. I don't think we lose. I'd be quite shocked if we go there and get hammered.
Quick question: What do you think happened with you lot from last season? Like, why do you think it's?
I think,
Gav, you know what I mean?
I think it's a lot of things. Yeah, to round this up, I think the manager has become very, very stubborn in his approach. I think he's tried to play this system that Conte plays and every other manager plays, but he's never played it in his management career, like not once. And he's trying to adapt it in one season.
Just trying to blag it,
yeah. He's trying to get through the season, if I'm being honest. Like, and it shouldn't be like that. It really, really shouldn't. I just think we've been a bit unlucky with injuries. We've got a lot of injuries at the minute with certain key players, and they ain't just like 1 or 2 weeks. It's usually like a month, 6 weeks, some of them. Yeah. And I just think it's just been a build up of things. The fear is, I do worry about West Ham staying in the league at the minute. I'm not one of these ones who think, no, we've got these good players, we're gonna survive. Yeah, we're too good not to go down, mate.
It's tough down with them teams, yeah.
It is, right? And the way I look at it is we have to start winning games. Obviously, on Sunday, if we was to go there and win, it'd be a massive fucking result for us because it boosts us up. It gives all the fan base a lift that we need. But if we get hammered against Jews, it could go the other way. Like, it could go literally, we could go the other way. So,
do you think Moyes is the guy to continue bringing you forward, or would you say if you had a bad season, you say, look, call it a day, get a new manager in, or
I think he's done his time, mate. I think what he's done, he's come in, he's stabilised us. He gave us 2 really, really good seasons, but the moment he come in is where we are now, and we've gone back to where we are now, sort of thing. So we've gone back to the beginning. For me, I just look at it that West Ham need to aim a little bit higher than David Moyes. Like, I'm not knocking David Moyes; he's a decent manager, but I think certain things and certain moments over the last sort of year has just let us go. Right, and we should have got to the final of the Europa, really, and we bottled that to a point. Do you know what I mean? But I've got to admit, he's slowly turning it around slowly, but I need to see a bit more. I personally don't want him here at the end of the season, if I'm being honest. I would quite happily say thanks a lot, Dave. Wave him off, bring a new manager in, and new ideas, and just a fresh outlook, really, if I'm being honest. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, Sunday we'll see what he delivers. If after that you'll be definitely screaming him out. So
I know, mate. I know. But if we do win, Gav, I'll have to get you back on, mate.
I don't mind. I could give you a post-match analysis if need be. So we'll see. Yeah,
that's all right, mate. Listen, I'm going to wrap it up there. Gav, thank you very much for coming on, mate. I really do appreciate it, brother. Yeah? No, really do. Right.
Anytime.
Go and follow Gav on Twitter. Top man. Really nice bloke. Proper gentleman. He supports Spurs, but you can't have everything. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And anyway, please do smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. It goes a long way. It really helps me and the lads out. And I'll be back tomorrow to do a preview on the game with Tommy, going through all sorts of different things and how we're going to get some sort of positive result at White Hart Lane. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be tough because they're going to be up for it. We're going to be up for it. And we just got to see on the day, see who's up for it more. Do you know what I'm saying? But whatever happens, it's going to be a good one. Anyway, take care. All the best. Peace.
There it is. I've never found a love like this.